everyone to our episode 57 of our podcast Cultivating a New Generation. In today's episode, we are going to discuss and talk about the book The Charge by Brendon Burchard, and we are going to discuss topics like what is to be in charge of your life, what is to be charged, and how this energy comes to your life, what are the main behaviors or the main drives that people have, what are the three types of life according to this book, and what are things that you can do to create this confidence and competence loop, and how to create a positive congruence, how to embrace change, and how to challenge yourself with the things that you are proposing to do with your life. So all of this we're going to cover in these short episodes. So I hope that you stay up until the end. Are you living a meaningful life? That would be a great question to do every single day. Part of the flavor of our existence is, in this span of time, is seasoned with different ingredients that we dare to create and that we are doing or selecting each day, and they are different. And we listen to our inner desires in order to choose these kind of ingredients, and we question what happens. That's how we start to awaken our curiosity. And then we are brave to break the imposed limiting beliefs or limited patterns of our inheritance and of course of society, because many times they are not your beliefs, they are not the things that you are having in your mind, but they are things that you just inherit, you just saw in your early childhood, or those are things that you have listened to from several people. Three types of life is what this book is talking about, and they are cage, a life that it is cage, a life that is comfortable, and a life that is charged. It emphasizes the importance of breaking free from societal expectations and pursuing self-realization and personal happiness. It is your job to do all of those things. It is not the job of anyone else, and it is also not to blame anyone else when you don't have them. So what are the baseline drives according to Brendon? The first 5 drives that we have, and they are known as baseline drives, are control, competence, congruence, caring, and connection. So all of these drives contribute to our inner wellness, to our inner growth, and a sense of belonging. This book highlights the significance of taking control of one's life and work, developing competence, aligning your actions with the self-image that you also choose. It is not something that is imposed by anyone, and you are going to choose your self-image according to your values. What else? Caring for yourself. Caring means what are you going to eat, how much time are you going to exercise, at what time are you going to sleep. All of those things, all of those decisions are measures of care, measures of love, self-love. Forging deep connection with others, that's also extremely important in these baseline drives, because we are social animals, we are social creatures, and we need this contact with other people. Professional control, that's another topic that is being discussed in the book, and this is the importance of gaining personal and professional control. And we should be able to take control and ownership of our projects and contribution to transform the everyday job into something that we are more passionate about doing and a fulfilling endeavor not something that is just because they pay you money. If you are in a job where you are just going or um, complying with the time, then you might have more questions for yourself in order to change and do something about that. How do you create a confidence and competence loop? Well, the relationship between confidence and competence is that you have to build competence through facing challenges. If you don't have a challenge, if you don't have something new to learn, if you don't raise the bar, sort of saying, so that you can start encompassing new things in your life, and then you overcome those goals and those skills and you start having mastery in doing them, then that will lead to increase confidence. But only if you do those things, only if you create those challenges, only if you choose new skills to learn from. And that's the way you're going to create motivation. The reward is the motivation to tackle future endeavors. The more you create these skills, the more you challenge yourself with new things to learn, the more you start envisioning new projects, the easier it will be for you to create confidence and motivation. That is something that is self-generated, is not generated from outside. It's not from a song, it's not from a video. That can help, but those are not the sources. The source of your motivation is your ability to do things and to overcome obstacles. What is positive congruence now? This concept of congruence comes from aligning your actions with the self-image that you have, with the aspirations that you have. Setting standards for yourself and adhering to them helps achieve positive congruence and a sense of contentment, a sense of happiness. And from that positive congruence comes this loop of happiness also, and you feel motivated as well. So what else can you do? Embracing change. What happens with change? Because this word also creates a lot of itching in the skin for many people, and acknowledging that change can be intimidating due to fear of loss and a lack of clarity is something that you have to really pay attention to. And that's because you have some certain desires, but change is inevitably here with us every day, and we are facing it as we are living. So in this book, Brendan discuss encouraging setting clear goals and preferences and embracing change as an opportunity to grow. Every day you have that opportunity, and embracing simple things in order to change them. That's what is going to create that momentum as well. It is not having those big challenges, although many mainstream media noise tells you that. First, you have to start with something simple so that you start growing, and then once you have this confidence and congruence and everything, those loops activated, that's when you can go for the big things. Challenging yourself is another concept that is discussed, and is encouraging yourself to setting challenges and goals continually and push yourself every day to overcome challenges and contributing to your personal growth and self-improvement, while disregarding the judgment of other people. So it is not about posting all of the things that you are doing and all of the challenges that you're overcoming. It is more about ingraining and integrating those changes first in your brain, then in your body, and start resonating with the new persona that you are creating. So all of these key ideas revolve and discuss around taking control of your life, if you notice, and cultivating personal growth, finding fulfillment, and aligning your actions with your aspirations, with your values, building meaningful connections, of course, is extremely important, and embracing change. Without fear, you will be or you will have fear, but it's more understanding that this fear comes from the fact that you are going to move from comfort and then start implementing small challenges so that you can grow and expand into the bigger challenges. So, how can I summarize this in two phrases? The first one is the only way to feel fully alive is to be present now in this moment and engage in what you are doing, to be completely immersed in the task at hand and connected to the people around you. The second phrase is competence is a threefold ability. Threefold ability again. Understanding first, performing, and mastering. Developing competence in your pursuits will lead to increased confidence. And that's what is going to give you this reward system, this loop where you are going to be activated, charged, and motivated every day in your life. Thank you for paying attention. If you like this conversation and reflection, if you think someone can be benefit from it, I just ask one thing from you. Share this information. Thank you. Have a wonderful afternoon and middle of the week, and we will listen to each other next week. Bye.